Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and tonight it's time for some more Die in Mordheim. In Mordheim, City of the Damned. I need to come up with a better way of running that title together, don't I? Anyway, last time we suffered another injury, which was unfortunate, and we have some warpstone left over, and we don't have a delivery demand for quite some time, so it would be nice to pile all of that warpstone into here, Sigmar's Haven, get that reputation up to about 283, which will be a lot nearer to 400. It'll be about there on the line, maybe up to that magical 420 that we are trying to meet. However, it would also be nice to have about 30 or 40 saved up for Bertha's demands. So let's hold off on that for now. Also, I have some ability score points to distribute and maybe even some skills to train. I mean, we got money coming in tomorrow, we got money today. It's a good time to train, provided there isn't another deadly mission. So I'm actually going to go scouting for missions first. Okay, we have a brutal, that's alright. We have a hard, again, that's okay. And we have a normal, which is great, because it means we don't go on a mission today. So, with that in mind, I also have some equipment. Oh yeah, I've been checking injuries as well, because that affects things. We have 2 blue helmets. I'm absolutely going to give one to my leader. There we go. She will not be training a skill today, or learning a new spell. In terms of new spells, Sinful Speech is great. Divine Revelation might be really useful as well. Hearts of the Griffin, I don't know. I mean, all alone tests, if they're within range to cast Hearts of the Griffin on them, then they're probably not going to be taking all alone tests anytime soon, right? Unless she's going to cast it then walk away. Sigmar's Second Wind might be really useful in a fight. It doesn't actually heal, but it allows someone to recover from a stun and get some action points back for counterattacks. Basically, if someone's taken a bit of a beating. Now, Dorothea Dietmar, I've got lots of options of skills. I've done some reviewing. I'm going to put a point in leadership and absolutely apply that. And I might want to put a point of alertness. Yeah, I'll put a point of alertness there. And then she, today, might be getting inspiring. Yes, I will. I have discounts on leadership and alertness skills at the moment, so those are the skills I should be looking to train because they're cheaper. Inspiring will help raise the warband's morale so that I'm less likely to fail route checks in the future, so that's something I want to be looking into. Elena Dudka has a point, but I'm not going to spend it until she's recovered from her injury. Now, Karlina Luden, we should give her a point of toughness and a point of alertness and a point of leadership and another point of alertness. I don't know if I'll be able to give her any more points of intelligence, but what I can do if I go into alertness is I can give her concealment and awareness as skills, which would boost up her ranged resistance and melee resistance significantly. Also, I can give her guidance to help negating Clara Dietmar's stupidity. Now, it's worth noting that these skills are always full price, so the discount on leadership and alertness skills, if I just get to the passives, that's a leadership skill, right? That's an intelligence skill, that's an intelligence skill. The leadership skill is not discounted because it's not in the leadership skills category, so the discount did not affect that skill. So if I want to get absolute faith, it's going to be the same price any time. Basically these if I'm getting these for any member of the gang, I don't need to wait for discounts. Now, in terms of money, yes, now might be a very good time to get her a skill. And it might be a really good time to get her guidance so that I remember it. However, yeah, we're getting paid tomorrow. I was going to say, however, I do need to make it through the next few days. Hoping for a mission, yes, we will begin to learn guidance. Okay, and if other people get nasty concussions, she will begin working towards that. Right. Molly Blackwater, we're going to put a point in ballistic skill and a point in accuracy, because she has some very nice accuracy skills available to her. It's... what else have we got under accuracy? We got weak spot, we've got fatality, underdog, deep wounds. You know, we got lots of nice options here, right? And here, oh, this is tricky, but I am going to put another point in leadership. I will be considering putting a point in alertness sometime soon. For her, skill-wise, I'm thinking I want to get impact shot, white powder trap soon. But we'll see. Right. Agatha Luden, if I put this point in strength, she will gain an extra carry slot, which I think isn't an entirely bad idea. So I'm going with that, and also it opens up a few strength 9 skills, although henchwomen don't get much by way of skills anyway. Esther, I'm giving her actually a point of strength for that extra carry slot. I will give her toughness to balance it out later on. And very importantly, Agatha and Clara here are very close to maxing out experience. If they survive another mission, they will be top level. Somebody else... no, it's just them. These are all... okay. So, we get to progress to the next day, when hopefully we'll get paid. And we do get paid quite handsomely. Elena Dudka is still receiving treatment. Dorothea and Karlina have learned new skills, and also, hopefully tomorrow the market will refresh. Again, we don't need to send money to Sigmar's Haven just yet, we got plenty of money. Do we have a deadly mission today? No, we do not. Well then, we should send out scouts to try and find one. We have a hard, not deadly. We have a normal, not deadly. We have a hard, not deadly. This is magnificent. It brings us closer to learning this skill, which is great, and it brings us closer to Elena recovering from her injury. Now, when she does recover, I'll be able to look at her and see, because currently she's not quite as helpful as she could be. So, we go to the next day.
Market stock has been replenished.
Karlina Luden has finished learning guidance. Elena Dudka is still recovering. Oh! There are some very nice items here, if you like two-handed hammers. However, we should probably sell some things. We have, we can sell a couple of... I'll sell one helmet. And I'm looking for items that I'm not going to get much use for. I'm not massively selling. Okay, I can sell pretty much all of that. I already have a hunting rifle, so I can sell that. I have blue dueling pistols, so I can sell those straight away. We can't use these. can't use these. If I hold on to the blue bow for now, blue two-handed axe, we can't use that. Blue two-handed axe for a priest of Ulrich. Sell those off. Fighting claws. I mean, we're getting loads of money here, right? And another 200 axe that we can't use. Okay. That axe, I'll hold on to it because our smuggler might end up using it. I'm going to sell 3 of these white shields. I'll sell that axe. I'm going to sell 12 daggers. And 1 mace. There we are. We've got lots of money there now. We should send out scouts again. So far, so good. There's a deadly mission, and we have to take it. Okay, one world band is caught exploring buildings, the others are divided. We could be either. That's not ideal. One of our girls is still sitting out injured. We have a new skill which we might be able to get some use out of. Now, I could avoid this mission by setting Anya to learn a skill or learn a spell. I don't think I should do that. I think I need the warp stone. And also, it will help my ranking. But I need to be very careful because I'm down a member, and also it's deadly difficulty, so anything very nasty could happen. As always, it's launch mission, never regrettably launch and deploy. And
Your
fingers
scouts
crossed.
report to you that a rival warband has been spotted in the area pillaging houses. While they are dispersed and distracted, you deploy your own patrols in the hope of surprising the enemy.
Great, so we're the attackers in this scenario. With our initiative, that puts us in a very bad situation. Oh well, I'll just have to hope nobody goes down too quickly.
A new round has started.
Alright, so first off, let's take stock of the situation. Let's get our bearings. Let's see where the enemies are likely to be. Well, they're picking up some warpstone already. Well, that's interesting. No enemy wagon inside. Oh, over that way. Right, good to know. Right. No enemies sighted just yet. Let us begin with a perception check because it is free. And we'll close that side panel. Right, there's something up there we could go pick up. You know what, that's not an entirely bad idea. If we come over here and we... Come on, why can't we climb? We should be able to climb. Is it because of her circle? No, I don't think it is. Right. Well, since we've come this way... There we go. It was circle related. You know, I think continuing to climb is probably a good idea. Let's go pick this. Oh yes, that was a good idea.
Updated.
And now, the enemy cart is over that way somewhere. We don't see any enemies yet, and it's oof. Our next turn will reveal where another one of our patrols is, and we are up here. That's interesting. So... Ooh, this is going to be tricky. Well, we should attempt a perception check just in case we succeed. And we do not. It would be nice to find some treasure. But I think we're going... Oh, God, it really would, wouldn't it? Especially if it was right out in the open. Right here for us to see and take.
Objectives updated.
Now, in light of that little development, I think I want to be entering a dodge stance. Now, whatever our enemies are up to, the longer we have to regroup, the better. So we got down there in that corner, up here on the ledge, on the raised portion, around the edge of the pit. I think the other group are in the pit, I'm not entirely certain. And of course there's a third group we need to be careful with. Now, the enemies are in buildings somewhere near us. I'm going to try for that perception check again, just in case. Okay then. Let us go to here, blocking this walkway. That may be a trap. That may be a trap, so if the enemies have to walk around us, that's great. Oh, I think we're up against mercenaries. Yes, mercenaries it is. Well, okay then. That's not good. That's really not a good sign. So they've picked up 3 to our 2. Let's try sniff them out wheresoever they may be. Now, okay, that's ours. Where would they be, though? This is tricky. Let's not be overeager, and let's just be careful. Okay, yeah, they're definitely down in the middle there. And we need to be careful getting to them. Can we see our... No. Okay. So, let's stick together. And... Ooh. Let's go to here, actually. And hope we haven't boxed ourselves in too much. Alright, so here's our wagon. We know where we are. We also know that one of the other groups has good line of sight to us so far. If we try for that all-important perception check, oh good. What do we know? Well, not a lot apparently. So I'm thinking down that way. And around a bit actually. Yeah. Enemies are in the middle somewhere. Okay, it's gonna get funky. So there's no... And then our last group are up there on the edge, past that little set of buildings by a second set of buildings on the corner. So those are the ones who are going to have difficulty regrouping. We are... Oh, hello. Going this way. And setting up an Overwatch stance. For one of our many enemies who might come blundering in our direction. Now, we don't want to leave her alone there, because that is a dangerous place for her to be. So we should absolutely be on the lookout. Now, because we couldn't get in there, we're going to set up our ambush stance here to cover a slightly wider area. And then we are going in through here. Okay, not ideal, but better than nothing. And Clara fails a stupid test. That is
A new
fine.
round has started.
Oh, hello. Yes. Okay. That's unfortunate. So they've got a magician who really wants to fight and get hit with a hammer. Well, okay then. That's a great start. Let's make it even greater by hopping down here. And rushing in here to give him a taste of the medicine he wished to administer to one of our own. Beautiful. I'm thinking Julian Feuerherz may not be surviving this mission. I'm also pretty sure he wasn't alone. Which actually means some pretty bad things for us if we're not careful. We might not complete the objective to pick up loads of warpstone, but the enemy now knows where some of our warband is. And we desperately need to consolidate. However, if we get the opportunity to observe some enemy activity... Oh, hello. Alright then. Well, we're going to start by attempting another perception check, which didn't go too well, in all honesty. He's down there. You know, we can go this way. I mean, it's not particularly good for regrouping. Oh, I think I may have just spotted a second warrior. If I just stop here and enter a dodge stance, that will do for now. Because if she's going this way, she'd better have some company. I don't see any warpstone to pick up just yet, and some of it's probably still hiding in buildings, so yeah, perhaps some survivors of the impact picked it up and ran away with it. Oh, I see you down there, thinking you're tough. Well, look, we can climb down and fall down, or you can climb up and fall down, but either way... Hey, that's what we needed. Okay, we have a trap, we have nothing in that air. And then we want to protect ourselves well. All those two numbers were very close. Now, will he be trying to climb up here? He may very well do so. Oh yes, he did. Okay. Now, I'm just going to shuffle in here. This would be a great time to cast Sigmar's Might. However, this is not ideal. This bloke probably is going to take a pretty heavy beating anyway, and we don't need any extra here. The chances of getting something bad coming from the spell outweigh the benefits at this moment in time. So we're just going to hit him repeatedly until he stops moving. And then probably hit him 1 or 2 more times for good measure. Because we do have another heroine who's going to be piling into him very soon. He's probably going to regret coming in here when he wakes up in the morning. If he wakes up in the morning. Oh, beautiful. Why not trounce him again? Yeah, love, you knock him into next week. Chances are he had some of that lovely, lovely warpstone we want to pick up. Unfortunately, we need to go stand in very awkward places, and we just can't check his stuff. So, within this bubble, we know that over there are other members of our warband. We also know there are enemies somewhere around here, so we could attempt a perception check. Just in case we succeed. So, oh, nobody through there. And he came from out over this way. I'm going to go one more and stop and defend. And hopefully that sparkly effect will fade soon. And now this is where it gets more difficult, because we know there are plenty of enemies in here. Okay, that's good. There's a trap. We might be better off utilizing the cover and sticking to the outside here. You know what? Let's set ourselves a nice black powder trap right here. I mean, yes, she's standing on it at the moment, which is not ideal at all. But she'll get to move away from it next turn. So we are absolutely going this way. Now, we may be doing ourselves a disservice, taking the long way round, trying to... But we're avoiding getting ambushed in the middle, okay, because there is a pit of death that we want to avoid. Okay, so here's what we do. We come up here, we don't trigger his ambush at all. We set up our own, and then we go in there with the novice and charge him next round. Right. That is blocked. We would have to go the long way round that wagon. We're staying out of the middle and avoiding the killing ground.
A new round has started.
Okay, let's play a game called What Did He Have in His Pockets? He had lots of warpstone in his pockets. And we would like it in our wagon. So much so, in fact, that we should head towards it right now. And probably protect this woman as she sprints towards the finishing line. Okay, so he's repositioning somewhere down there. He may be climbing up. That is something we should be concerned about. But I don't think he had enough movement to climb up way over there. It would be over here somewhere. Yep, right there. Okay, understood. So, new plan. Called Run Away from the Crazy Man with the Guns. I know, it does what it says on the tin. It's not the most imaginative plan. Let's just focus on getting cover between us and him instead of trying for a dodge stance. And then we'll see what happens next. This is our weak point. The enemy has already realised we've just got 3 henchmen over here, and they've got a hero who's also their leader, and a henchman. Also, moving around the corner of the building, that might have helped. I don't think he would have tried to shoot us after all that movement. We will have to wait and see. We will absolutely charge. Now, he will be able to strike back, which will hurt us a lot. And then we will throw up a dodge stance. Yes, a dodge stance. So we have now penned him in, and our second novice can come streaming around the corner to strike at him fairly shortly. Over here, we do have to be concerned about our sister getting shot in the back there. Also, we need to get in here and do damage fast before this warrior takes her down. Right. So, the wagon's that way, we are delivering, but we are also moving in this direction. We want a perception check. Low chance, but... oh, look at that. We'll be picking that up very soon. Nobody's over there. Nobody's over here. And we should protect ourselves, because this is a dangerous position for us to be in. If all the enemies are moving towards that other side of the map, we need to change that quickly. Because we're all around this corner. We're bottom left, they're kind of top right at the moment. So we are going to go and pick this up.
Objectives updated.
That puts us on what? 5 maybe? 4 or 5? 5. Okay. And we are wanting to go this way. I see you. Enemy of mine up ahead. So now Molly has planted her trap, and she's going to keep on running. She's running this way. Might even throw her out here. And an Overwatch stance is ideal at this point. If he runs that way away from us, which I suspect he might, that is completely understandable. Do we protect her? Do we think she is safe enough? I'm not entirely sure, but there's a fight to be had and we should get near to it. There's a petty little ambush stance which probably won't achieve very much. Alright. I think we do move to protect her. We'll go to here and throw up an ambush stance. Clara fails a stupid check. That's,
A new round has started.
well, it is what it is. We're going to pop this in here. And remind ourselves that this is not a multiplayer mission, so we don't need to have the smuggler come back and booby trap the cart. Right, we're going to end our turn here. And we are now in a pretty dangerous situation. Right, we have some damage to do. We're only going to get one attack even if we don't charge, so let's make it count. Okay, that wasn't massive, but it's better than nothing. And we throw up a dodge stance. Now their leader with the two pistols just around here could be very important at this point. Oh really? So that's weakening her ranged resistance? We're just going to have to hope Clara snaps out of it. Oh wow, he is missing a lot. That's great. Well, that's not good. If he comes up here, we're in real trouble. Okay, ambush stance is great. It means we don't have to fight him. Speaking of having to fight, let's do some of that needing to fight right here, right now. Yeah, if we can hit him for like another 16 or 17 damage. 17! Hooray! I called it out. Oh well. Ah, the pain. Oh, he is coming towards us. Great, and she misses. Now he will probably have the movement range for a charge outside of that. Oh, yeah. Ow! That was extremely lucky, but he's probably got enough points for a second attack. Yep. Oh, God. Ow. Okay, we're going to be healing this round. Clyde. That's not a very imperial name, is it? Right. Okay, he's in the building. They're both hiding in that building. Okay, good to know. Hey, he fails an all-alone check. That's brilliant. That's really good for us. Where are you? You're nearby. Somewhere over there. Right, so we need to do some healing. Just for once. Oh, I didn't realize she was hurt. Let's get in here and help with the violence. Because he is going to take a lot of hurting. And I have a horrible feeling that bit of fence is going to prevent our smuggler from backing out, so I contemplated keeping that for a counterattack, decided not to. He could get multiple attacks, so Sign of Sigmar is probably better than a parry stance. He also is using a two-handed weapon, so he has a lot of strength, which means that he will be hard to parry anyway. So we need to keep smacking him as hard as we can. I know it doesn't make for the most compelling commentary, but we might get him down to about 120 health, if we're lucky. Can you disengage? Please, you can. That's perfect. That's really good. Also, reloading's great. And then if we walk round to, say, here, if we want to shoot someone who's not you, let's say, with an Overwatch shot, there we go, that's nice. And you, lady, you've only got one arm, so let's go combat focus. Because if we can strip a red point off him for next turn, that would be really good. Excellent. And now we'll just try for a normal attack. Oh, lovely. That's very helpful. And yes, now try for that pathetic dodge stance, but probably isn't even going to happen. Oh, this is golden. Hey, mister, guess what happens now? I run in, miss an attack roll, or I hit you, which is great. I should probably do that again. Getting her engaged in this fight here is really helpful for us. That dodge stance isn't going to do anything, parry stance absolutely is. He's probably going to disengage, run around the corner, try and shoot someone. If we could lock him in with another one of those henchmen, that would be marvellous. Now, we want to be going this way because we've got someone to protect. For now, we're just aiming to cover ground and getting that way to climb up. Climbing is not the best thing we could be doing right now, though.
A new round has started.
Let us start with a perception check. We want to find all of the warpstone. We want to find at least 5 more. Right. If I go this way and say I don't see any. If I go this way round the barrier, I could climb up there, start searching over there. Actually, that's not a bad idea. For multiple... So if I go to here and cross the line, I don't see any enemies or any treasure. So I would be coming this way and climbing here. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Well, I do want to protect her, and now let's see what their leader does. He disengages exactly as I predicted. Exploit positioning, okay. What's he going to try and just shoot her? Oh, wow. Oh, okay. He's hoping his warrior can knock down one of those novices. And to be fair, he probably can. So we want to get this hit in right here. And throw up a dodge stance. And pray he doesn't do massive damage to us soon. We will have a chance to try and whack him a couple of times with a mace. Okay, their wolf priest is stuck. I'm not going to complain. Uh-oh, now I should complain. I cannot remember exactly what Ulrich's gift does. Oh, and Howl of the Wolf as well. Oh, he's really powering him up to... I hope he just... Wait, does Howl of the Wolf help with his all-alone checks? It might do. That would make a lot of sense, actually. Right, so if I want to hit you again... Ulrich's gift... Damage and hit chance. Immune to all alone. Yep, okay. Okay. Surprised you're wielding tiring all alone. Fine, yeah. So we've hit him again. The fact that he's using 2 weapons means he's probably only going to get 1 attack, especially with the way the AI spreads its experience points out. But it does also mean that 1 attack of his can be quite painful. Nice to know they have a stupid person too. That's really helpful to know, actually. Okay, that's unfortunate. I was hoping he would fail that. This is going to hurt because we don't have another healer yet. Flippin' heck. Well, he won't be around too much longer, so that's our consolation there. That also means it's not worth using Sigmar's might there, and that hurts a lot. She's got a mock as well, hasn't she? She's not going to back down. That's not good. Okay, so we just keep pummeling him and try and pound him into the dirt. Yeah, smash his face against the cobbles. And maybe, if we're really lucky, he's got some warpstone for us to pick up. Oh, lovely, and there's a trap. Great. If he has, we shouldn't be carrying it. We should let... No, we should. We've got the blue points to make the move to go pick it up. There we go, that's lovely.
Objectives updated.
So we're looking for 4 more. And since we are looking, and I've actually passed a perception check, so we had the blue point to make the check there. Right. Oh, there you are. Oh, this is going to be fun. Alright, yeah, proper parry stance here. I like where this is going, because it goes like this. Yeah, we can charge him. He's only a henchman. Now, we're not really going to get to gang up on him, but we have a significant advantage here. He's got nowhere to run. He's up against a heroine. He's going to have a hard time. The problem is, she won't be anywhere else. She will be there. Let us... do we stay this side of the wall? I think we actually do. Now we've gone too far for a dodge stance, but we can still... Oh, hello. Who are you? Okay. Well, we might as well get a shot in now, especially if he's stuck. If he now comes unstuck, we are in a lot of trouble. Alright, so we just want to be running this way and not looking for anything at all. Get that ambush stance up, be ready to go join a fight if one happens at the corner. So currently there's only one unclaimed piece of warpstone on the map. We want to prevent our heroine there from being hit by anyone. And there's a body, we can search it. There's no one very visible around here. We need to be aware someone could come through there, so if we just go this way a little, throw up an ambush stance, and we're good. And that was really unfortunate.
Started.
Okay, let's climb. That's great. And then we'll make our free perception check. That's also great. I'm not expecting to find very much here. That trap was good to know about. Knowing about this section here as we come through it would be useful, but for now, I have another plan. We do not want an ambush stance. We do want to deal some damage here. If we don't, it's all we can do. But really, it's acceptable, you know. We're not expecting miracles here. Okay, he's really trying to take her down first. Ow! She's probably going to get hit by the warrior as well. Oh, yeah, she's probably not going to make it. We disengage with her if she gets another turn. Oh yeah, now he's not stuck. Say ow. There's ow. That's ow time. That's really bad for us. Okay, lovely. For himself? I mean, I don't think it's going to make her flee. Right. Oh! Okay, yeah, they're both in a bad way. That's really bad news for us. If we can get Clara to snap out of her stupidity, that would be magnificent, but it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. And he is probably still immune to his all-alone check, I think, which is going to really hurt us. And they're just sitting in the building in Overwatch stance, which is actually kind of bad for us. Oh dear. Well, he missed. Well, we dodged. Which kind of comes to the same thing, really. Not getting hit really helped there. Yeah, you switch to a close combat weapon and hit her shield. Guess what? She can hit you back. Isn't that nice? Switching weapons cost him points, so he's pretty much on a dodge stance for now. Now, we need to do healing over here, and we need to do it really quickly. Oh, let's might as well get in the circle. And there's some healing. It's expensive. It may go horribly wrong in a moment. We really needed that, and let's try tap him, get his attention as well. Okay, great start. And this is going to take a few turns, unfortunately. We're not taking him down this round, so we are committed to trying to hurt him, but it's a slow process. And here we absolutely want to disengage. There we go. A reload because we can. And then if we go round here, if we can shoot the chap who's up there behind us next turn, that'd be great. For now, this is probably going to miss, and it did. Okay. So we commit to locking him in. And we say, you know what, we don't like all your red points. So let's do something about that. Let's attempt to absolutely get rid of one of them. Great! And a little extra damage, probably, you know what? We go for the 70 and try to hurt him. There we go. Where are you? You are around here somewhere. Right. Oh, that is so perfect. Well, does do a lot more damage, so yes, we'll go for a normal hit first to get rid of any dodges or anything like that, and then we'll try for a hard hit. And then we have to ask ourselves if those two can really afford to stay in combat. If they both run away, he will chase after one of them and she will be in deep trouble. It would leave Clara in a bad way, because there will be two enemies here, and he will move away from the edge, so we won't be able to shoot him next turn. Right, Agatha, you do not need to be climbing anymore. It would really help, though. And those blokes over there hiding in the building are in... Oh, what's that? No, I don't think it's the right colour. Let's go to here and try to climb. Flippin' heck. Okay, in that case, there's a fight over here. You need to get close to it, so absolutely go some.
A new round has started.
Right. Him targeting Clara is great because she's very healthy. The fact that he's... No, okay, yeah. Ow. Look, he disengaged. Surely he can't shoot again. He can. Oh, that's bad. Right. We need to run this way very fast, very far, and that's as far as we get for now. We need to disengage and run a very long way away. You know what, actually, if we run this way, that is pretty good. Okay, emergency ambush starts. We're so dead. Those poor novices just aren't going to get anywhere. They keep getting beaten up. They need to be finishing missions. So he passes that, that's fine, we pretty much knew he would. Frostbite, okay, a bit of damage. Actually, that's quite a lot of damage. Oh, that's going to really... Ow. Oh god, we're just getting hurt a lot here, aren't we? Okay. So here, we might need to go for a spell. Right. I can hit and run. I missed. Oh, I can't run. That's a big problem. I should have stayed here then for the ganging up to try and force him to make an all-alone check. However, now, if Clara passes her stupid check, she can come in and join this fight. And that would actually help us quite a lot more. Alright. In this situation, Sigmar's right seems completely appropriate. And now, we die, apparently. That's really bad news for us. That is one of the worst possible results we could have got. Because now he can just pound her into the granite. This is a horrible mission. But we have to suffer through it to try and get to a good one. Okay, in light of that, we might actually need to go run in there and join the fight. Oh, he just hits really hard, especially with that winter spell. Okay, what do we... If we reload... Let's say we absolutely want to get to a position where we can shoot the man up. There. With an aimed shot, let's say. Oh, that is terrible. But if we take that aimed shot here... Okay, that's good. And then end our turn. Right. Okay, we go for a hit, which misses. And then we go for a miss, which might actually hit. Nope, it didn't. We're in big, big trouble. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have left her vulnerable to help preserve the leader's existence. Oh, that's really bad. Right, Agatha, you need to go top speed this way. Now, Clara, could you please pass this stupid check? Oh, that is so perfect. In light of everything, if we lock him in up against the wall, he can't disengage. If we come in over here... Right, he is a lot more dangerous. But I think if we try for this all-alone check here... That's okay, he had a dodge, that's totally fine. That's why you always save the special attacks for after the dodge. There we go, nice solid hit. And a parry stance. Okay, great. We are redressing the balance
has started.
Ever so slightly. Let's keep going. Right, girl, I need you behind cover where you can't be shot at. I mean, ideally running towards the healer or away from danger. Either way, if you don't die, that's great. Yeah, sure, exploit positioning on her. And then switch targets and shoot someone. No, great, yeah, shoot her. That's wonderful. Yeah, keep it up, man. Love it. Loving the miss there. And he bangs on the shield again, which is an invitation to get hit. And it'll happen when she gets a turn. Speaking of getting turns, I'm obviously concerned about our warband leader, because this bloke is about to go on a rampage. He is a pack of one, apparently. Yep, all of the pain and agony comes her way. Oh no! He's switching. That's great! And now he's repenting his excessive calls for assistance. Can we get a hit in? We can. If we could repeat that performance, that'd be really magnificent. And we did! Oh, that's wonderful! Things now aren't looking so good for Wojslav Volker. But that's okay. As long as those two in the building down there stay in the building down there and don't do very much, we're kind of okay. Okay, fear test is bad news for us. We can't disengage, so we need to try and hurt him. Attempting to cast a spell at this point would be very, very dangerous for us, so we should absolutely not do it. Okay, that's damage. That's really good. Sign of Sigmar is really good. And a parry stance would be really helpful as well. We need to try and keep her alive. So we've raised her melee resistance and given her a parry chance. Right. You, how many hits to put you down? About one. And that was apparently it. Do you have any warpstone for me that I can pick up without spending a blue point? The answer would be no, but it was worth checking. And now, Dorothea Dietmar, there's a fight over here that you really need to get to. You probably won't, but you're really getting pretty close. Right. In terms of health, Molly, I think you switch weapons. And you go in there, possibly even a charge. No, you can attack twice. She passes a fear check, that's good. She hits him, that's good. If she could hit him again, that'd be really great. And then we have a henchwoman to maybe finish off the job. 35 or 20, we'll take the 35, thank you very much. Passes a fear check, that's really helpful. That's not so good. We want the high hit chance because he's very low on health. Oh, that is terrible. Okay, defensive stance, and we're done. I don't know, I can't remember who's going first, him or our leader, but either way... Right, can we get a hit? Yes. Can we get a hit again? Yes! And can we now lock him in place from such an angle that he would have a very hard time disengaging? I hope so. Right, so we are running up here to duff him up. There's no doubt about it.
A new round has started.
We want to come this way, and we can't. Oh, that's bad. Okay, well, do we charge? No, because of our health. We just stand here and stay out of the way. Throw up an ambush stance just in case he manages to disengage and tries to run that way. He disengaged. Exploit positioning, okay. Does he shoot the henchwoman over there who's... Yes, he does. Blatantly, and he's probably going to do it a second time. Which will put her out of action, because the game hates me. Right. Let's try a perception check. And we'll go into the building looking for warpstone. And staying away from enemies. Okay, so that's bad for us. I was hoping to pull through this one with no casualties whatsoever. I don't think he has anything, but we should check.
Objectives updated.
I'm so glad that I checked. Let's swap weapons back. And reload. No. Reload, there we go. And throw up an Overwatch. Yeah, Overwatch it is. So we've taken another loss, and that's very unfortunate. Okay. The enemy are near to breaking point. And we need to be careful about that, because we want to try and find 3 more pieces of warpstone. Unfortunately, we have no idea where they are. Apart from vaguely somewhere on the map. She is badly hurt, we want to keep her out of trouble. We also do want to explore a little, however, so... that cover over there is good. So is the wagon. There we go. Yeah. I don't think we're going to be... You know what? Let's live dangerously and say... Is there any warpstone in here? I think I see it. I see it over there. So we need to just be staying here. Are those 2 men in that? Yes, they are. Okay, so we want to go in here and hide. Well, now we know where the treasure is. So we hide at the corner here. Right. Did he move back into contact after shooting to, Maybe he did. I don't know. But let's do some damage to him anyway. Ambush stance for now. We're getting closer.
A new round has started.
We're absolutely coming in from this angle to cut off his retreat. And we're not trying to do a lot of damage here, but we're softening him up so that we can finish him off if we need to. Okay, that's good. Could you attempt a perception check? That would be really nice. Passing one would be really good. Especially as you're too badly injured to really do anything else. Okay, there's a chest upstairs. It might have something valuable in it. Ah. Okay. Helmet, heavy armor, light armor. It's better than nothing. And we should be heading back towards the stairs. Oh, sorry, I got a bad case of mucus. Oh, come on, seriously. His disengaged distances are unbelievably low. That Overwatch stance is fine. let's try for a perception check. That's great. No treasure here. So let's go back, round the corner. Oh, I went too far. Oh well. Right. We are running for the treasure. There's one there, there's 2 or 3 over there. Let's go for the 2 or 3. Yes, okay, so we don't need to expose ourselves around that side of the wagon. We are in trouble, we need to play for one more round. If we just run to here and hold it and throw up an ambush stance. Because we may very well be able to pull off the big victory that we need here. But it will not be easy, not by a long chalk. And after this enemy's turn, we get to find out if Clara's going to be stupid again. Where did you come from? Yes, she's going to be stupid again. Okay. We can fix that momentarily, but first off, we need to say, you mate, are getting charged. And then we want to keep our shield up. I don't think he'll be able to disengage. I think he's blocked in by the scenery. Right. We want to absolutely come out here and stop here. Throw up an Overwatch stance, just in case it's needed.
A new round has started.
And now we have a new skill to use. It's called Guidance. You're Clara. We need you in the action. Then we charge. That's much better. Oh. Okay. Let's hold off on this idea and try to avoid doing a lot of damage. From the angle we approached, I don't think he can disengage now. He's not disengaging, he's going in for the kill. Well, no, he's going down fighting, basically. And that we can live with in theory. Can we have a perception check, please? We can. That's great. Yep, there's the chest we opened already. That's fine. And we are just going this way, looking for more treasure. Right, you pass a stupid check. Stimulus, okay, that gives range resistance or melee resistance, I think. You are throwing up an Overwatch stance, which is really helpful for us because you're not actually coming to fight us. That's great. Let's just go to here and parry stance, just because we can. And now for something very important. How much space do you have to carry stuff? 3 more, you say? That's really good. Let's make that 3 less. We want this.
Objectives updated.
And we want this.
Objectives updated.
And we absolutely do want this.
Objective completed.
With that in mind, we will now attempt to drop an enemy as fast as we possibly can, without taking any losses ourselves. Our cart is this way, so we should probably go stash some of this in case we lose it. That being said, Dorothea is one of our mainstays, and it would be a shame for her to take massive damage. Lubyanka does want to secure this in case we lose a chunk. And she is going to be running this way for cover. Just in here. There we go. Alright, so I believe this is their archer who climbed up. Yes. He is probably Oh, he doesn't want her to run away. He has no idea. Right, well look, she's going to try and whack him a couple of times, just to put him in his place. No particular expectations, just keeping the fight going there, you know. Alright. We need to come around this side, lock him in, and knock him down. Now, he was annoying. He might have some good blue equipment. He does not. Got a nice hammer, though. We can take that. Also, she's not going to be stupid for a few more turns, so she is running this way straight into a trap. Okay, then. Right. They're probably going to break and run. We don't need to be running for any warpstone to pick up there.
A new round has started.
So we're kind of good. Let's... Oh. Okay, in that case we're just going to here. Ambush stance in case he manages to get away. Then we're going to attempt a perception check. We should give her some points in alertness after this fight, if she gets any points to spend at all. Because she has definitely earned them. And she is not finding anything. And now they rout, mercifully. So that loss is very painful. I hope that novice comes out okay. Because every casualty we suffer hurts.
Blessed are the triumphant, for in them shines the glory of Sigmar.
It's a casualty recovery roll, and they're never pretty. I mean, once or twice we might get lucky, but even then you have that reminder that something really horrible could have happened. Right, Agatha gets 6 skill points. Okay, that's a lot.
Fantastic.
Clara's maxed out. Skill points, no more stat points. Okay. Full recovery. That could have been much worse. I think I know what we're doing with her. She's just coming through amazingly now. And yep, Esther does okay too. Carlina got a bit of a plan. And you also... Oh, that's quite a lot of points. Now, we had like a warpstone rush objective, so we picked up a lot, and we also got extra for completing the main objective, so we should be getting quite a lot in the delivery box there. Quite a lot in the stash, quite a lot in the kitty, call it what you will. Oh, 9 shards, that's pretty damn good. That's a lot. I'm going to go straight up and put a lot of that in here. So that'll be 103. You know what? 133. We can go bigger. We can go like that, right? 143, sure. And now we're very near to getting rank 2 reputation. which will help us out with a toughness discount. The other things, not so much, but hey, much better than nothing. Right, we got bills to pay. You get paid. Absolutely. You also get paid. Right, you need more toughness. We can probably put one more point in strength if we want to max out toughness. At this point, we need to really decide leadership or alertness for skills. Absolutely get a that point of weapon skill. No question. In terms of leadership and alertness, though, leadership we could get serenity and force of will. Now with toughness, we could get unstoppable. But if we're going heavy on leadership, and we probably should for sisters, then force of will is probably better, and we're not going to need both. We should also be looking at maxing out these at some point soon. Three days to learn. One of them would be today. And we should really look into doing that sometime soon. She's still recovering from injury. So we would be down 2 heroines in our next match. That would not be ideal. We'll get that point of strength. She has got into a few fights and bashed a few people recently. More alertness is always helpful with some of the skills she needs. I'm going to go one more point of accuracy here. And maybe this would be the time to invest in concealment. Now, concealment is 510. Divine Aegis is 515, which is great if we can get that intelligence of 9. If we get that 9 intelligence, we can't do as much with leadership and alertness as we want. So in some regards, the concealment is better because the requirements will be much easier for her to meet. She's already met them. So I'm going to hold off on making that decision just yet. We're going to pay her, absolutely. In terms of skills, yeah, we want to get over ballistic skill and accuracy. We'll go with the ballistic skill first. A little more agility. And here, one more point of leadership, definitely, and then probably start piling into alertness sometime soon. Right. Agatha, you're full, now you're just learning skills. Dual Strike is great. If I can get lots of henchwomen Jaw Strike, and then I can frequently mess with enemy spellcasters. Web of Steel though is really good, but I need the money for that, so we'll pay you. Similar situation for skills. Right, Lubyanka Luden. In terms of skills, okay, no, we'll just give over leadership and 1 point of strength. It will probably be her last point. Right, we're going a point of weapon skill here. And then for you, 1 more point of toughness. And then a point of leadership. And we are going to change her pendant for a helmet. She can have a nice male coif there. Because I think she's going to have to get involved in lots and lots of fighting. You know what? We have a blue dagger. We should absolutely do that. Not you. Who could do with this blue shield? And the blue heavy armor. I'm holding off on this last point. I think it's going leadership, I'm not entirely certain. That blue shield might actually be a really good choice for her. That would be a very good choice for her. So, by taking guidance, I'm looking at maybe building her into a more supporting character. Give her the melee and range resistance, give her guidance, give her maybe a few other leadership skills like hold ground, and use her as a support character, with resistances to keep her going in case she gets shot at or something. Right, you're not stupid, that's fine. You are stupid. You could get a blue shield. We'll give it to a heroine first. Don't know how many times I had to double click there, but it was more than I wanted. I should probably look into using some of these in our next mission. Lucky trinket. Giving these to our henchwomen is probably a really good idea. Especially if they're not blue or purple. But hey, we'll give her that for now. And we'll give her one too. Did we get better light armor? No, we got blue heavy armor, and she may very well be getting it if she can get a little more strength. Speaking of strength, actually, no. Armor proficient and knowledge Mordheim. If we give her both of those and don't master either of them, she could be a lot faster, and I'd need to think about skill points and maxing out skills and not maxing out skills. We do get to go to the next day. Learning new skills would be good. Getting that concealment now would remind me that I want to master it. We do have lots of money, but we do have an upcoming mission, probably immediately tomorrow. Let's hold off and maybe do it after the next day. Okay, we've been paid significantly. Elena Dutka is recovering well. We have no deadly missions yet, which is good. But for now, I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, even though we did take another casualty, and I will look forward to joining you all in the next one. I'm going to say bye-bye for now, though, and cheerio, everyone!